Hey, this is Lindsay from FitFolk, and in today's video we're going to be making 3 weight loss smoothies that you can use as a breakfast alternative. In each case we're going to have a really good healthy serving of protein, some fibrous carbs and some natural fats, as well as a little bit of spice. In the 3 examples in the video I'm going to be using protein powder, frozen fruit, a cheap source of natural fats like nuts, and some spice like cinnamon or cocoa. I'm using these because they are by far the cheapest and most convenient ways to smash together a smoothie. But I realize a lot of people don't fancy the protein powder. So if you hang around to the end, I'll give you some alternatives so you can make these smoothies without using protein powder. Okay, so first up we have our tropical green smoothie. We are going to take our blender, get ourselves ready. I use a NutriBullet. We have about 150 grams of frozen mango, about 125 grams of frozen spinach, 25 grams of protein powder, 10 grams of desiccated coconut, and a tiny bit of nutmeg, I think it was. No, ginger. I've gone with ginger. A little bit of water, and they are good to go. So we're just going to chuck that in. I start with the mango, then the spinach. There's really not much to this. You just fire it all in there. Make sure at the end that you have enough water just to get it going around. I generally try and keep mine really thick because I treat these like thick shakes, because I always loved thick shakes when I was a kid. So for me these are kind of healthy thick shakes, and that is us. And then all you need to do is, I use the NutriBullet, which is like a small but quite powerful blender because it's really easy to clean. So it's actually quite functional, and this is going to take me literally 2 minutes to prepare. So we're just, all these ingredients have kind of come out of the freezer, bang them in together, and that is the end of our first smoothie. Just grab a glass. And there we have it. That is our tropical green smoothie. And that is probably the best chance I have at eating spinach during the day, unless it's in a salad. Don't mind it in a soup, but this is the easiest way to get that into you because it's just really nutritious. So it's a good idea. And there's us, the tropical green smoothie. Okay, next up we have the chocolate berry smoothie, and this is probably my favorite because if you want to, you can make it really kind of low calorie. So we have 200 grams of frozen berries, some protein powder, a little bit of almond butter, which I can take out if I want. It's good for the fat, and then about 10 grams of unsweetened cocoa. So we'll fire the berries in there. I do love these berries. Only about 40 grams per 40 calories per 100 grams. So then we've got the nut butter in there as well, and the cocoa. Needs a little bit of kind of honey or maple syrup as well, if you like, if you've got the space. And then we just fire that in, and this literally takes, I don't know, 10 seconds. You can kind of tell because the blender starts to hum a bit. And that is us. This is our chopped berry smoothie, and let us see how it looks. Come on, Lindsay. So this variation is about 400 calories, like I said, but I can easily kind of take it down to 200 calories, but keep all the volume if I want to, which makes it very delicious. Work out, nah, not too shabby. Okay, and lastly for taste, purely for taste, the banana crunch is definitely my favorite. So this is just frozen bananas, about kind of 130, 140 grams, so a big frozen banana. Make sure it's ripe. The protein powder, some flaked almonds, so about kind of 10, 12 grams of flaked almonds, and then a little bit of something sweet, so some honey or some maple syrup. And then you also want to add some cinnamon at the end. And we just do the same, we throw them all in very quickly. Obviously I wouldn't have the little bowls if I was doing this at home. I would just be firing it all in there as I go. And that is us. We are good to go. And with my blender, I reckon this takes probably 10-15 seconds for it to give a good go. I really do like bananas frozen because it gives the most incredible consistency. This one's actually in real time, so you can see I've prepped the straw and we are done.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. So when I first showed these recipes to some of my clients, everyone was like, protein powder.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a few examples of ways to get your protein in without having to resort to protein powder if you don't fancy it. So I'll flash up a graph now of some examples, but basically you can use Greek yogurt, you can use skim milk. If you're plant-based, you can use chia seeds or flax seeds or hemp powder, anything like that. And it's just a matter of getting some protein in because you want that for a little bit of muscle protein synthesis. In the recipes that I've shown you, about kind of 100 of the 300 calories, about 100 calories is coming from the protein, about 100 calories coming from the fat source, and about 100 calories coming from the carb source. If you're plant-based, then you can really mix it around. Like you can get a little bit of protein from some spinach, you can get some from some chia seeds, you can just add it up from different sources. So it's not a real challenge. Just go to this graph and find a protein source that you fancy, that's convenient, but just make sure you don't add too much water to the smoothie if you're using a liquid protein source, because it'll just become way too slushy, and you want to keep them thick because they're a bit of fun. I'll throw some recipes in the link below. Hope you enjoyed that. If you do, make sure you subscribe to the channel because there's more stuff coming.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you jump on the email list and get our 5 simple strategies to start losing weight cheat sheet.